We started the Play Café a year ago in order to reach out to the community, engage people in relationships with one another and with the people of Jesus, to meet people who aren't yet of Jesus. And all of this is meant to be able to serve our community and give back to Newark what God has given us.
My family moved here in the winter time, so there wasn't a lot of people around to connect with, and I didn't have any family out in Newark, so we were really looking for an outlet to get out of the house and to meet people, and we found Little Arrows. Little Arrows really opened the doors for us as far as connecting to our community. We really owe a lot of our connections and friendships to Little Arrows and to Engage Newark.
Tonight is the LifeLine Community Dinner. It's a dinner church, but it's different than some others maybe that you might have heard of or witnessed before. This is one where we don't know who's coming, and we don't even know why they're coming, but we provide an easy entry point to the community for folks. And it's around food, it's around table, it's around community, and it's around art.
When I first started coming to LifeLine, I was at probably the worst place I've ever been in my whole life. Like, I was suicidal. This community brought me hope that this thing called the body of Christ that we read about is actually real. This is the one place that I've been that really lives out what it means to be a community.
We meet once a week to study the Bible. Every week we have this bunch of people from Asia, Africa, Middle East. They feel okay to and dare to ask questions about religion, about faith. They can share and exchange ideas together while they have fellowship, while they have food.
I'm in search for truth, and this community is really a first step for me.
To me, this has been a home away from home. They have been a wonderful family, and it's an amazing and exciting experience to worship in a multicultural community like the one we have at Mosaic.
That's the Acts Church. That's, 20 nations together, all the languages being spoken. It just feels like how it was intended.
In 2014, the Urbana United Methodist Church purchased what was then called the Urbana Twin Cinemas. We eventually paid off this theater and gifted the theater back to the community. We changed the name to the Gloria Theater as a way to let the community know that we're doing this for the honor and glory of God.
A lot of buildings and stores closing downtown and leaving, and then this long-standing theater suddenly gone as well, and it just felt like things were dying. And now along comes a group that says we want to revive this particular piece of our community. And it was amazing to see how much of the community came together.
It's just a huge central part of the community now, and has given back more than anything that I've seen.
The Gloria's had a big impact on Urbana through the United Methodist Church.
Once a month, we gather for a yoga worship experience, and since we began in November, we've had about 100 people come and connect with God and one another and themselves more deeply right here on their mat. We worship for an hour, and it's a time to reflect and pray and move and breathe and really experience God's Spirit in an embodied and integrated way.
Bringing church outside of the institution in any kind of creative form is beautiful, because people sometimes fear going to the actual building, but you can reach people through other ways. And I think YOWO is just like one of the coolest concepts that I've ever heard of.
I think yoga, first of all, is great. It's a great way to take care of your mind and your body. And as far as YOWO is concerned, if you add on to it an uplifting message from Amy, combine that with, again, the benefits of yoga, and you really can't beat it.